Hello folks, this is Norm the teacher, and I'm going to make a short video today on automobile concepts, and today it's just rust. This 91 Mazda here, which is a project car that I'm working on. I'm doing all kinds of different things to it. I make all kinds of discoveries, and oh, one thing. Do a freeze frame on that sign and read it. Any of you that have cars that you're working on and you think you may die soon, you know, when we get up in our 70s, you know, you start thinking those things. When people inherit these vehicles, you know, a lot of times you guys that work on these, you know that you put things back together just finger tight, because you know you're going to be taking it off soon again anyway. And so you have a sign like that on the car as a warning to not use that car unless they tighten all the bolts. You don't want it falling apart on them out in the interstate. But anyway, this video, I want to illustrate something about rust. Working on this car, I'm taking all kinds of things apart. And here's a couple things I've discovered. For example, this right here is it's a gas tube that leads down to the tank, and when you fill your tank. And these lines here are gas lines, evaporative lines, vent lines, whatever. And this here is a lift, a scissor type of a lift that was in the trunk. And look how rusted it is. That's caused by salt and corrosion, salt and water getting on the parts. And this rust can be absolutely dangerous. For example, here, I'm going to zoom in on this one little area here. I'm filming with two cameras, so I got to move things around. Here's a line that broke when I just moved it a little bit. And then here's a couple more lines. You can tell that they're about ready to break. Now these are gas and these are fuel lines, fuel-related lines. Some of them are vent lines. One might be a gas line, a vent line, and maybe some other type of a line that I don't know for sure what all three of these lines did yet, but I'll find out. I know one of them leads up to this thing. And I don't know for sure yet what this is. If any of you know, let me know. But anyway, the point I want to make here is rust. Look at all that rust on that lift. And this was something that was inside the trunk. Now, how did that get so rusty inside the trunk? I'll show you. Right there. Here, this is the compartment that was in. And look at the holes that you can see, where you can see the garage floor through. Well, it's through those holes, and you can even see the tire. You can see a little bit of the tread of the tire there. Those holes are where water was splashing up that was filled with salt. And over the years, it reduced this scissor lift to this, which is completely unusable now. And so I'll discard that and get me a new lift. But anyway, this is what this video is about, is rust. Now, the point I want to make, for those of you that purchase your 30, 40, 50, maybe even as high as $100,000 cars and SUVs, this is what you're going to end up with if you don't take care of it. What one should do when you make that big of an investment is throw away all of your video games and all the hours that you spend on those. Spend those hours in the garage taking your vehicle apart, and don't let rust build up and grease and undercoat things that the factory didn't. And believe me, there's plenty of areas that the factory misses when they undercoat a vehicle. And then the undercoating that they use itself is not that high a quality. What I did with my 98 truck out here, see that truck? That's a 1998 truck. Look how clean the body is. When I purchased that truck, when it was brand new, I took it apart, and anywhere I could reach, I smeared on roofing rubber. roofing tar. And I smeared it on real well. I didn't, you know, when they spray it on, molecularly, it doesn't make that great of a contact. I smeared it on, pressed it in, took a brush and pressed it, make sure that all the molecules and atoms are interacting with each other. And you can only get that type of an effect by doing it by hand and by taking your vehicle apart. So that's the point I want to make, is protect your big investment. You know, if you spent $50,000 to $100,000 on a vehicle, many of you spent a good part of your life saving up the money for that. And so don't take it lightly, and take good care of it. Get rid of the video games. They take way too much of your time. And spend your time in the garage taking your vehicle apart. So that's it for this video, folks. And I will be making many more. This is Norm the Teacher signing off, and I'll see you on another video.